Hello, Eid Mubarak and welcome to 9 p.m. English News Edition brought to you live by RTD channel. Here are the top stories. Terrorism. The President of the Republic condemns the attack towarded in Saudi Arabia. Djibouti and African Union. The Chief of the Djiboutian Diplomacy meeting a delegation of the African Union. The President of the Republic condemns the attack in Saudi Arabia. That was the headlines, and now to the national news. The President of the Republic makes its best wish of Eid al-Fitr to his compatriot. The President of the Republic, His Excellency Anglais, expressed his best wish for the Eid al-Fitr to the whole of his compatriot. I want to success and success to each of you, said the President of the Republic, who has mainly been a thought to those of our fellow countrymen in prey to disease and also to isolation and insecurity. I form the hope, he said, that the period of intense pity that is the Ramadan has reinvigorated our ability to rely behind the virtues of a united society and solidarity, essential matters to the realization of a community likely to take its destiny in hand, said the head of the state. I also hope that our country remains in the dynamics of development which characterize more and more and remains forever and land pleasant to live there, he indicated. May God crown with success the collective effort undertaken at all levels by our nation in order to access to the well-being for all. Then said the President Anglais, who has also implored mercy to maintain our country in the tranquility and also stability legendary which have always characterized.
The head of state of Djibouti condemns with the utmost firmness the project of a terrorist attack against the great mosque of Mecca and the President of the Republic, Mr. Smart today condemned in the strongest term in terrorist attack which has referred yesterday Friday the great mosque of Mecca, first holy place of Islam, during a day the suicide bomber and 11 wanted, including 5 police officers. The head of state has reiterated this opportunity to the King of Saudi Arabia, His Majesty Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saudi, its full solidarity in the fight against terrorism and extremism. It has formed by the result of the wish for a speedy recovery to those injured in this cowardly project of a terrorist attack. Mr. Smart welcomed finally that this project of a terrorist attack against the great mosque of Mecca has been felt by the Saudi Ministry of the Interior. The operation will have been prepared by terrorist group based in 3 different locations, one in Shihad, one Jeddah, and today Mecca, according to the spokesperson from the Saudi Ministry of the Interior.
On the occasion of the feast of Eid al-Fitr and for the 40th anniversary of independence, the President of the Republic, Anglais, has granted a gracious discount of sentences for convicted persons whose conviction has become final on the day of the signing of the presidential decree number 2017-2013 of 22 June 2017 on the gracious discount of sentences. As well, 231 sentences have benefited from this measure of clemency. Among foreigners beneficiaries of this gracious discount will be the subject of an order of deportation to their country of origin. Are excluded from this measure of grace the person convicted for the following fact: trafficking in human beings, sexual assault and rape, detention and trafficking of narcotic drugs, refusal of execution, judicial threat to his ascendant. And also this measure is included in the framework of our values of mercy and forgiveness, which will allow inmate beneficiaries to find the head of their families and to seize also this opportunity to reintegrate definitely in the company. And after the withdrawal of the forces of the Qatar, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Mr. Mahmoud Ali Yusuf, had entered the African Union to fund in this border conflict. A delegation of establishment of the African Union stays in our country and has meeting yesterday evening the Minister of Foreign Affairs, which has made them a briefing on the history and also the latest development of the situation in the border with Eritrea. In an intervention, the Minister has clarified that our country has always favored the political and also diplomatic solution and continues on this track.
A sermon for the war remission was held yesterday evening at the municipal library. The ceremony has met in addition to Mr. the mayor of the capital, Mr. Fatuma Awal Usman, the president of the coming of Pelaos, and others officially of the coming of the Pelaos. During the ceremony, which came at the end of the place month of Ramadan, the winners of the different levels of the competition have received awards and awarded by the official present at the ceremony. The president of the coming of Pulaos stressed in the intervention has this opportunity on the importance to push young people at the early age to Quranic school.
independence way xusan federal independence fi can bay xusan annaguna waa ina sidaas si ka daran u xusna weeji marka walaalayaal annoo hadalkiina ugu dheereen.
The Djiboutians are preparing for the feast of the Eid al-Fitr, which grows the month of Ramadan. The feast will be celebrated tomorrow in Djibouti and in the Muslim countries. This year, the feast of the Eid coincides the ceremony of the 40th anniversary of the accession of our country to the national sovereignty. The Djiboutians are many has to go to the market to buy clothes and new for children. The Riyadh marketplace Mahmoud is bound of clients who are rushing in the ship and shops. The merchants of the place are of the vans recording this period of feast. Some Djiboutians also travel to the market in the beetles to buy the sheep of the sacrifices. In addition to Eid al-Fitr, our country is prepared to celebrate the 40th anniversary of the independence that occurred on 27 June 1977. The main streets of the capital are adorned flags of the country's games of light, and also garlands have been in the various places of the city. Djibouti is preparing has worthily celebrate the feast of the Eid al-Fitr and celebrate the 40th anniversary of the independence of Djiboutians.
Always in new of the country, the solidarity works well in this period of Ramadan. It is well an inhabitant outcome of the locality of Demarchok, located as in 50 miles, has been able to ensure it's only the clothes for the orphans. The yesterday evening that took place, the ceremony of this donation was held at the headquarters of the UNFD, and it was a great feast to accommodate Mr. Nim'a Hassan, accompanied by Mrs. Filson Hassan, elected of the Separadine, which has held an express on behalf of the young and the least young gradually. Mr. Sideka, president of the UNFD in the region of Arta, took the floor and thanks Mr. Nim'a Hassan for this noble gesture and full of patriotism. Finally, Mr. Nim'a Hassan expressed very much to participate in the celebration of the feast of Eid al-Fitr to the side of her family, her friends, that has also promised to the PETA in terms of a donation for next year.
International Yasser. Let us move to the international news. Nearly 100 people may have been buried by a landslide that struck Saturday morning a village of the provinces of Sichuan in the southwest of China, have announced the authorities. Some 40 houses in the villages of Xingmo have been swallowed up to a 6 local time by landslide after the collapse of a pan of mountain, has indicated the local government on its account of microblog. The debris have also blocked the bridge of a river on 2 kilometers, according to the same sources. An emergency plan has been triggered by the authorities, who are currently seeking to estimate the magnitude of the disaster, specified the new release. The national television showed CCTV images in direct many police officers and people dressed in clothes of rain and standing on a huge grey rocks, while orange backhoes were trying to release the debris at their side. And this fact, several tens of tons of rocks has estimated Chen Thibault, a captain of the police army of the Tibetan Autonomous Prefecture, and where took place to the drama. He confirmed that the rains of the last few days in the region were at the origin of the collapse of the run-up of the mountain. It is in a seismic zone. Here there is not a lot of vegetation, stressed Mr. Chaine. Trees can contribute to absorb the excess of rain and prevent to a certain extent the landslide. According to CCTV, 500 people would currently be mobilized to ensure the relief operation, and no missing person has for the moment been saved. Landslides occur regularly in the rural and mountainous area of China, in particular during the heavy rains. At least 12 people have lost their lives in January when a rockfall has devastated a total of 7 provinces. That's it for tonight's news. Thanks for watching us. Eid Mubarak once again, and have a very wonderful evening.